if that F-boy is talking to multiple females, it's okay. He can keep coming back to you.
Oh, y'all about to leave and they're gonna find.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be listening.
Nah, answer that. Yo, what are you doing?
What's up, man?
We on podcast right now, bro.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy King Lil back at it with another podcast EP. Today, I'm here with. Now, want to introduce yourself? Greg.
Yep.
Speaking to the mic.
Greg.
Okay. What's your name?
Yo, it's your young boy Elias.
Okay. And that's. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for coming through.
Yes, sir.
What are we talking about today on this list first? Relationship, masculine, present day men problems, or gym culture? What do y'all think will be the starting point? And
Let's start off with masculinity.
Masculinity.
Starts there.
So
Let's start strong.
Starts there.
So, in today's society, do y'all believe which role is more supported? I mean, it's like a one-sided question because we all know here which side is more supported nowadays. But which side do you think has it more hard, masculine or feminine?
I think it's personally, I think it's men. Men have it a little bit harder nowadays than women because everybody is all about this women culture and supporting feminism and all these things. And feminism, which is really just like taking down men. Like I've never seen really a feminist that has argued for men or advocated for men's mental health, especially because nowadays men's mental health is at an all-time low. Yeah. Like man suicides are all-time high, and like if you look at the numbers, like men die in higher rates by suicide than women. Men die in every single, basically almost every aspect of life. Men have it harder, but I would say with the wage gap and everything, that women have it harder in that aspect. But it really depends on your work ethic and how you perceive life in general. Like,
that's true. How women, they would rather be at home, have a more comfortable job. That's why there's just like a lot of controversy between that.
Right.
How the only reason that there's a gap between men and women's wages is because of the work that's being brought out and what people are willing to do for money. So the only reason there's a gap in the wage is because not more of a skill factor, but more of a like daring to do what you want to do, right? So did I ask y'all this? I asked y'all this one day. It was like, would y'all rather work in a sewage for like $50 an hour? And then this question was actually brought up before on a podcast I was watching, and he asked a woman, like, nah, that's crazy. The way I said woman was crazy. He asked a female, right? He asked a female, right? He said woman.
he asked that woman.
Would you do either a high corporate business with a little bit pay, or a high demanding job of a low demanding job of working in the sewer for like a lot of it, right? She picked a high corporate job with less pay because
right.
Who would want to
Comfort.
Who would want to work in the sewers? Men, you know what I'm saying? To feed families, to do all this.
The second you said that, in my brain, I was like, we going down in the sewer pit. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask y'all here: would y'all do that?
Oh, for sure. Because it's like, because I grew up like, having to cut yards at a young age, doing all that outdoor stuff. So for me, it's like getting dirty and putting in work for my grandma for like a video game was kind of normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so like, you were thinking about the long term.
Yeah, like, I'm thinking, the second you said that, I'm about to buy a car soon. So it's like more money up front. I can save up a little bit more, to make it happen. So I don't, pretty much. I'm not going to waste my time sitting at home when I can make way more money doing something else, So,
okay, that's pretty good answer. What you?
So I think the way I would obviously take the $50 an hour because not only because you're getting paid more, you're getting paid more. That's probably a union job, so you get the union benefits of having that job.
True.
And not only that, you don't have to work all these stressful hours. Like you get a regular 8-hour day shift, and then the rest of the day you can do whatever the hell you want with yourself. Right. So like you can basically work that 8 hours. Of course, it's going to be tiring. It's going to be hard work. What is it? Work is tiring. Work is hard. there's no one job that's like laid back other than Planet Fitness. I don't know. That's a pretty laid back job. But we still got to put in work when it's needed. But I think that's a perception that people don't get nowadays. Nobody in our generation or this new upcoming generation wants to work. They want everything handed to them on a silver platter, and they would obviously take the easier job, but what they don't know is that there's more stress with that job, even though you're not getting paid as much, because you would have to, if you're doing a corporate job, if you're like hot up management, like CEOs type sorry, I don't mean that, but like type stuff like that. but like those CEO jobs, those are way more stressful than a regular like sewage job. Like in like if you're in sewage, you get paid $50 an hour. You obviously have the training and the mental capacity to do that, and the physical capacity to do that. But when you're in the higher up jobs, your mental strain is going to be a lot harder on you. Like, people don't get this, but all these CEOs that they think are living the easy life, they are not, bro. Yeah. Their mental strain is probably killing them.
Most of them get divorces, you know, like they don't have time to spend time with their families and stuff like that, do things that they actually want to do or ever release dopamine. So it's like they're just consistently working versus, you know, like if I'm able to just sit at home and DoorDash all day, like I can at least listen to music and stuff like that. These dudes are listening to Zoom calls, on the phone all the time, building relations, so they're always in this state of stress. So
getting called at like 4 in the morning to talk about this stuff.
How dudes nowadays, like men nowadays, are reverting back to like more to their feminine side than their masculine. So they're touching upon more of their feminine side, right? So to me personally, like, so men should have a feminine side, right? But that feminine side should be put into, I don't know, fashion, hygiene, and all that, right? Their masculine should be put out more. You feel me?
And I wouldn't really call that even a feminine side, because that's just a daily thing that you need to be doing. Like, you need to brush your teeth, you need to take care of yourself. Hygiene is an essential part of your day. Otherwise, what you gonna do if you go up to talk to a pretty girl that you like, or just somebody that you like your friends or anything, and then you go up, your breath smells like crap, and your teeth are all yellow and falling out. Right, just taking care of yourself is an essential part of the day. But I think if we're talking like more feminine, like I put it in quotes because like it sounds feminine to males nowadays, but being in touch with your emotion, that's a really big thing that guys really are. It's hard for guys to do. Yeah, if you're a male, it's hard to do nowadays, because nowadays, or just in general, men are told, shut up, you're a man, deal with it, you're a man, you have it so easy, you got it, so this, that, blah, 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 blah. But what they don't know is that all this stuff that people put on our shoulders, that not just women, just people in general, our friends, our families, they put it all on our shoulders, and they don't really realize that we are hurting. And we can't talk about it because what is society to do? Man up. Right. You're a man. You shouldn't feel like that. Yeah. You shouldn't be showing your emotion like that. Come on, bro. That's why suicide rates in men are so high. It's because everybody tells them, shut up, man up, do your thing, and don't. If you have to talk about your emotions, talk about it to yourself in the mirror. Right. Don't talk about it to me because I don't care. Mm-hmm. But if a girl, still we're talking about masculinity now, if a girl did that, said that, oh my God, I'm so depressed, or something like that, or just something that a man could do, like say, I'm depressed. A man would be told, shut up, man up. A woman, she's got her friend group that are going to be like, oh, what happened? They're bringing wine over, they're talking, they got support. Man, we don't got that support. We don't got that crutch. All we got is ourselves.
At the end of the day, man, it's just, like you said, it's really hard, and
it's tough.
This is the times that I feel that not just me, but we are being tested, being put through this, right? And then once because have y'all ever heard the quote, most powerful man has been broken, and he's like healed himself by himself. Mm-hmm. He's the most powerful man, right? So once you go through that, and because most men don't make it, like you said, the suicide rates are pretty high. Yeah. Most men don't make it going through that struggle, and that's why it's really important to have a father figure in your life to show you, because he's probably gone through it multiple times, and he's raising you now. And once you see that you do have somebody to go to, and someone to just release all that anger out on, or not on, but with that's not funny. Sorry.
No, he said release your anger on them. Yeah, no, I get what you mean though. No, I get what you mean. Like you get to vent. Somebody to vent to. Because like it is in this generation, it's so hard to open up to people because everybody is a snake.
Oh, for sure.
There's people out there that are good, genuine people, but those are the hardest people to find. Because
they're so shut out. You can't find them in society.
Because everybody else is a snake. So those people that are genuine, loving, and caring people, they keep those emotions in because they're afraid of getting put down by this world, by other people, and people may not even realize that they're doing it. Like when I was younger, I had a couple friends when
let's talk about right. Y'all gonna drink some water. Y'all know, I didn't poison anything.
Let me make sure.
Yeah, I've seen.
You said I could drink.
It was tight. All right, we good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it don't matter because I saw. Have you seen that Hulu video?
Get my water bottle.
Okay. Hulu. There's this Hulu movie called Spree, and it's starring the kid from Stranger Things. The good hair.
Mike.
No, not Mike. He's the high school dude with the good hair.
Steve.
Steve. Yeah, Steve. So it's starring him, but he gets water bottles. He's an Uber driver, and he lifts the thing, puts poison in there, and then melts it back in to kill people, bro.
What? How does that work?
He's an Uber driver. People grab the water.
No, I mean, how does it work? So, like, they grab it and then it goes through it?
So he put the poison in the water itself.
He probably does it, like, at the top where...
No, he doesn't. He doesn't even... Oh. He pulls back the label a little bit and then puts the thing in there and then puts adhesive to seal it.
Wait, how does he stop it from bleeding out, though?
The adhesive to seal it. Oh. And then he puts it back on and then people drink it. It's poison.
That's scary.
What's the
This water's good. Okay, so I know you didn't watch that movie.
Yeah, this label's kind of loose, bro.
Yeah, wait a minute. This ain't supposed to move like that.
Yeah, guys. Relax. Relax.
Okay.
All right, we good.
He's on to me. Look at that. You good? Are you okay? You fine? Are you okay?
You saw that?
You son of a... He would never air this podcast. This podcast is never gonna air, bro.
This is gonna be one of those hidden podcasts. Like, on videos, they'd be like, this is what
happened.
Silent.
I remember that from SpongeBob. Stop. Alright, masculinity. We was deep talking.
Oh my god. So I was gonna say. Dang. So you know how what's it called? What's it called? The feminists. They're only feminists when they want to be. Like that.
Yeah.
They only use it for their own benefit.
That is 100% facts.
So when it comes to equal rights, feminists. When it comes to who pays for the bill, non-feminists. Think about it.
That's true.
And no equal rights there.
Yep.
Oh, let's fight.
It's culturally expected for us to pay the bill.
So that's a good point because I was just reading up on what's the war going on in Ukraine, and I don't mean to bring like politics or anything, but there are transgender people that didn't have the surgery or anything, so they're still like that, and they're trying to escape from being drafted into the war. And they're getting sent back because they got checked out, and they're like, nah. But
that's crazy.
Women are actually fighting too, and nobody wants to talk about them getting drafted over there. Feminists don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
And I don't like environmentalists either, if I'm being honest.
Environmentalists? I mean, it's not what they're saying, it's how they're saying it.
What's going on in Ohio right now?
Everything's going down in Ohio.
A lot's going on.
You guys ain't heard about what's going on in Ohio?
They had
the train derailment?
Yeah.
A train dealer? Wow.
So there was a train derailment carrying hazardous materials, and they said best course of action, we just burn it.
Yeah.
And the EPA, after they burned it and released all these toxic chemicals into the atmosphere,
clouds. You've seen
bro, there's video of like planes going over Ohio, and there's like a 30-mile wide radius of straight toxic clouds, and like there's video of people down underneath it. These are not storm clouds. It looks like storm clouds the way this toxic gas is in the air. And the EPA said 2 days after they burned it that the toxic cloud's still in the air. 2 days after they did that, it's safe to go back and drink the water.
What? Oh.
So
yeah, the EPA said it was safe, bro.
We usually do
what
conspiracy
state
theories
does
on
this
this
come from?
podcast
I'm gonna
too.
make sure.
So hear me out, right?
Okay.
But no, all right.
It's
So
gonna go
my
live.
fact. Where was the environmentalist? Where's the environmentalist now? All these toxic hazardous materials going into the ozone. Where are they now?
Like you said, right? You know the Ohio memes, right? The Ohio memes.
I haven't seen any.
So
I've seen
it's
every
on the
one.
news, right? It's been on the news, yada yada yada. And then no one's gonna take it seriously, right? All it's gonna be put out is, oh, it's Ohio. You know what I'm saying?
It's because
Down in
Exactly.
Ohio. Yes, stuff like that.
Swag like Ohio, exactly. They're gonna be like, yo,
the issue is everyone's
Ohio,
playful.
what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
It's
But
just-
it's gonna be playful. It's
Yeah,
gonna be another
yeah.
trend.
Right. Because everyone's playful if it doesn't include them. So
Exactly.
Oh, and that's not the only one though. Conspiracy theory. I think this is the government's idea.
Okay.
Like,
Speak
is
it to me.
I'm not trying to get political or anything, but in Texas, same thing happened, and they called both of them a malfunction with the with their freaking wheels or something. Both of them had a malfunction with their wheels, and then another one. There was a couple different ones in Texas, Nevada, Ohio, and I don't know. Don't at me if I'm wrong, but like I think this was in Republican states, and the EPA or the government, Joe Biden's admin, is not even talking about it. They're not willing to talk about it. All they're talking about is the war that's going on in Ukraine. They're trying to take the media's eyes away from what's going on.
Distractions.
I mean,
Distractions everywhere.
I mean, and we have a Democratic administration, so they're doing this all happening in Republican states, and it's got the same answer to how did this train derail? Oh, because of the wheels, like there was something wrong with the wheels. How does that happen in each one of these states, one right after the other? You think what happened in Ohio, everybody didn't check their trains or like how good, like just check, basically just observe and see if these trains are stable. Nobody checked. And then the EPA says that after the storm cloud or the toxic cloud, they're saying that it's safe to go back. And I've seen videos of people like throwing rocks in the water, and there's oil slick. It's not oil, but it's a toxic chemical. Like, you know how you see oil in water and it's like shiny and vibrant and stuff like that? That's how it was looking in the water, and they said that water was safe to drink. So what are they trying to do in Ohio or all these Republican states? And they're not even talking about it. They just want to send money to the war in Ukraine that we're not even supposed to be involved in general. We're not even he's talking about sending troops and tanks over there.
Really?
To fight in this war. Why? We're part of NATO. Ukraine's not a part of NATO.
That's what I was about to ask.
Ukraine isn't a part of NATO. Why would we be? Why are we helping?
Partaking into.
Like, why are we stepping into something that we have no say in?
They pulled out of it. Okay. I see.
I'm just saying. Me personally, I don't know.
That's quite a That's interesting.
That's pretty interesting. Like and I'm not saying that like because I just read something that he said. I watched a video of him saying that we're thinking of mobilizing troops and tanks and sending them to Ukraine. Why? That's not our fight. If I would expect it to be our fight if they attacked us, if somebody attacked us. But they never attacked us. So why is that our fight? Why does America have to be the world police?
We just don't know, right?
I don't know. I'm not a politician, or I'm not smart enough to know. because I'm not a smart guy. I'll say that right now. I'm not a really smart guy.
You're intelligent, bro. You just, saying in your own ways.
It doesn't take intelligence.
Let me be real for a second. I'm not really a smart guy. Like, in school, did work. I didn't do work because it was boring, but like, I'm not a smart guy, so don't take everything I say as a fact. But
so all right, let me school you then.
Go
so
ahead.
if I asked you to teach me some UCF or UFC techniques, could you?
yes.
Yeah. See, you have your own set of knowledge.
But that was because I grew up wrestling and jiu-jitsu. I grew up in all that.
But you have that
Experience.
ability to. You
Yeah.
can sell it as a course. You can sell it. You know what I'm saying? You can teach others.
But I'm saying, like, politically.
Yeah.
Politically, I'm not a smart guy.
Me
I
neither,
I can't really say for a fact that I know all this stuff.
You taught me some things,
But
Politically, you don't really need that political side for you to survive.
I only know what the government's telling us.
Right.
We only know what the government's telling us, and
think about
that. Yeah, think about that. All right, go ahead. Go.
I'll say from the beginning, from when you were born, you've been schooled. You've been going through the school system, right? Yeah. So everything that you learned or you know now is from, or until like since graduation, is from the school system. So everything you've been taught has been told, like just been said by other people.
The school system is from the government.
Exactly, right? Mm-hmm. So we really don't know. Like you can say a certain thing. You can say we have 8 planets, right? Right? You can say we have 7 planets, right? But are there really 7 planets? I'm just saying this, right? Because we were taught there were 7 planets. Pluto's and outside, yada yada. Right. But the only people that know that is the people that are actually doing things like how they were talking about Antarctica and people can't go, the boundaries, yada yada yada, all that.
Yeah, why can't people go to Antarctica?
I've been doing research, and I don't know if this is okay. I just saw the research.
No, go ahead.
I don't know if this is 100% facts. There was this one dude back in 19 something. He went on a voyage with a bunch of like ships and all that. Went to Antarctica. Said there was more land, like outside of the border, right? After that, done. Nothing. No one has ever heard of him. Everything was cut off.
Died? Or
I don't know. Don't know. Like I said, bro, what we know now to what's really real, because the whole world is a big piece of land. They make it small, but it's really a big piece of land, and there's a lot of things that we don't know as civilians, as people, and you know what's crazy about Antarctica? Mm-hmm. All the countries came in and combined and said that it's not allowed to cross the border. Like, what's scared them that bad for all the countries to come together and say you can't cross the border?
It's the Matrix.
Yeah, not only that. Hey, bro, think about it. Bro.
Y'all about to leave? And they're gonna find.
I'm gonna be missing. We are gonna be missing. We're not gonna leave. We're all gonna get taken right
now. Pick us off one by one.
It's not gonna be ever posted on yours.
It's gonna get demonetized. Take it down.
So no. So like I was before you went on that little Antarctica thing, which is pretty freaking interesting. Mm-hmm. So like, think about this. As a parent, I'm not a parent, but for parents. How much do you think they tell you the truth? How many times do you think they tell you the truth? Or do you think they lie to you sometimes?
They lie to you.
All the time.
They obviously lie to you. And how many kids do they have to take care of? For me, I had brothers, but they were like my half brothers. So I was basically my mom and dad's only kid. They had one kid and they lie to me every day. The government takes care of 363 million of us. Mm-hmm. You think they not lying to us?
They definitely are lying. What's the best way to control population? To lie to them.
Yeah, manipulation.
And control them.
If everyone they got control of the media, you think they're not lying to us?
Exactly. And now if everybody had a right sense of mind, destroy their ego, destroy their division, right? Let's say in theory, right? Everyone...
Racial division.
Starts to think as one, right?
Division, yep.
Then everyone breaks free. And we outnumber the government 1 to 100.
That's obvious.
Basically. So
Florida would take out the government.
You know what I mean?
Bro, you put Florida and Texas together, the rest of the country is done for. Exactly. I'm just saying, like.
But that's not the case, is it? Really?
They want to keep us dumb.
Yeah, people are just
sheep.
Not just dumb. It's just
sheep.
sheep, exactly, right?
Being led by a shepherd.
The only shepherd I'm led by is Jesus.
Exactly.
Think about that, right? But I'm just saying, if everyone just started thinking for themselves and started not thinking for themselves, but started to unite and really like United States, right? Really were united and not filled with religion. It's good to have religion, but just to criticize everyone else's religion, media, social media, especially social media, judgment, right? No judgment zone. And that,
Wait a minute. We work at that place.
That was all just deleted, bro. We could really just revolt and have a representative country, but that won't be the case forever, ever.
No.
It's gone to that point, bro.
But you gotta look at like everyone, your circle as well, like how many people you communicate with and how they be acting as well. Like whenever you, like for example, a falling out that you have with a friend, right? For some odd reason they're ignoring your ideologies and stuff like that, and then revolting against your perspective on life. And now all of a sudden, just think about it in a mass, like as far as a country, how everyone's been moving. Everyone's looking out for themselves, so it's like kind of hard to really do that if no one's on the same page as far as accepting someone else's ideas on the world and stuff like that. So
it's people they just have a high ego. That's what I think about it.
Everyone's selfish nowadays, you know.
Also, to take our eyes away from what's going on in Ohio and all these other states. What's been going on? They've been shooting down the spy balloon from China.
That shit was. Sorry.
Canada just shot down an unidentified flying object. We've shot in the past 3 weeks. We've shot down 4 different UFOs, unidentified flying objects.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
In the past 3 weeks, UFOs, 4 of them, bro.
UFOs, right?
Yes, UFOs.
Okay, so as I was saying, how we don't know much, right? So you know how they were talking about Area 51. Y'all remember back in the day when they were trying to take over Area 51?
They were like Naruto running into it.
There was like 100 people.
They said we were gonna send the Kyles.
That was just the funniest to me. That was just the funniest time.
Yeah, that was a pretty funny time.
We're sending the Kyle. We're sending it. There's multiple amount of memes, right?
We're sending Florida Man, Kyle mixed with Monster Energy.
It's scary because the government or them, they probably already found aliens. It's just a matter of time where they make a mistake, right? And then
Men in Black are real.
That was a bomb ride at Universal.
No, for real. Think about it.
That was a bomb ride.
Think about it, bro. We would never know.
That was a fun
We
ride.
would never know if the Men in Black are real.
Man, we are actually going really off topic, but this is pretty good. I was gonna say, right? We
would never freaking know because look right here.
Exactly that too, and you know what's be okay. This is I'm gonna go on this stretch. I'm gonna reach like so far out. Okay,
reach.
Y'all ready for this, right? What we see in movies are examples of what is happening in real life.
Oh, that's a reach and foul.
Think about it.
That's a reach and foul.
You know this. They're hiding the truth in plain sight.
Matrix.
But I'm not trying to reach out. I'm trying to bring my head back down. Okay? But yeah, I was just saying, like, what they show us in movies.
Avatar is real.
A lot of movies that are symbolic, like Avatar, The Matrix, the first one, the second one.
Yeah, right. the original Matrix.
Yep. That really eye-opener. When I was little, when I was watching, I was like, yo, this is dope.
Crazy.
Now that I think about it, I was like,
that was a crazy series, bro.
Exactly.
That was,
because it was really, it got personal, right? Mm-hmm. This is actually happening, but not in the sense of how it looks in the Matrix, the movies, but how it is right now.
Blue pill, red pill.
Exactly, bro. And Avatar,
and what's the blue pill? What's the blue pill for us?
Colonizers came in and took their cut, and then like the Avatars had dreadlocks. Wait a minute, right.
Oh man, it's turning this to racism. Go ahead.
I can already see the title.
This video ain't gonna be going.
We're never gonna be on the.
Yeah, this video ain't going up.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing.
Bruh.
Psych. like this. I'm gonna put out the raw footage.
Bro, you weren't even in the camera when you said that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you.
this man just showed half of his hat. Raw footage.
You gonna upload this and like within 10 minutes they be like, nah.
Yeah, YouTube gonna be like, what's this?
Coronavirus.
You see what happened to Andrew Tate, right? Like he just talking just social issues and he's already being put in prison. So
Andrew Tate actually.
He's
the first person.
He ain't going. This
he's the first person in a while that's really, he has high status, right? He's rich, so he can really do anything.
Yeah.
He's really smart because he got Ed Ross, who has a high following and has a lot of influence on little kids to start collabing with him. And now look what we got. Like once what's his name, Andrew Tate got into jail, everyone started moving differently. They're like, free Tate. Let's actually do what he was preaching.
Right.
Aiden, y'all saw Aiden's transformation. That boy went from skinny fat to actually
he got some build now.
Pretty fit now. Exactly. So what what Andrew did was he was like a stepping stone for newer generations. Okay, listen, he be saying out of pocket things, right?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, sorry.
So for my thing is like, he did in the past say a lot of things, but I think once he got wind of like how he had to start changing the way he was,
because a lot of people were watching.
Right, he had to start changing the way he spoke in order to
when his platform
people understand.
Bigger,
when it got bigger, because it was like you still have to cater to the audience and be empathetic about what words can trigger somebody. So like. One interview I watched, it was like 3 hours long. It was Just Pearly Things. Him, Brittany Rayner, and like all these other people. Like that was eye opening for me as far as
was
like
it one of those where they sounded circle?
Yeah, kind of similar to this setup where he was just sitting there for 3 hours straight, just talking to like these women about what it means for a man to what he's looking for in a woman and stuff like that. So it was eye opening because I'm like, he's preaching about stuff like this. That's a good look, but obviously for society and the whole
there's gonna be haters,
right? He's still gonna be hated, So even though that was such a,
it's just I remember that time before COVID, it was all about going to school. It was about laughing all the time. It was about just being in the crowd, right? Just fitting in. So somebody makes it feel that's funny. After COVID, bro, being by myself all that time, I started to go back, like disconnect. Because everyone started disconnecting. But what you really did while you were disconnected really tells who you are right now, right? I don't know if y'all remember who y'all were before 2020, like 2019, startup of 2019, coming in 2020. But I was really messed up. I wasn't like this. I was more of a beta male. What do you call it? Cucks? Yeah, I was a beta male. I was one of those guys who were like, hey, don't touch her.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Waldemary.
Hey.
Yeah, I remember what it was. It was not a pretty sight.
Why'd you say cuck, bro? Like,
because I'm trying to. What do you call it?
Sims.
Sorry.
There you go. Sim. There you go. That's a better word and less derogatory. This is gonna get demonetized just for that, bro. Like,
this is probably the craziest podcast we've done. Or not the craziest, but the most insightful podcast.
And I guarantee you're going to try to upload this and it's going to, no, it's not going to.
Erico 404 deleted.
This is one of those podcasts you got to put on.
Your file has been deleted.
Where my file go? Look at that. I swear, we just recorded this.
Channel gets taken out of
now, bro, as soon as we walk out the door and you come back upstairs.
I'm going to come back and see like a screen just like the Matrix popping.
Where'd it go?
Where'd it go?
Issue with Andrew Tate in his current situation. Past things are starting to haunt him now. Right, so you have to be careful what you put out because it's like they're targeting him based off of past allegations. So it's like you put out this video and then say all these conspiracies that you guys you're speaking on come to light when you grow your following. Then now they're gonna look back at this video and now they're gonna target you from a past perspective.
I'm gonna be like, thank you for finding this.
But you gotta think about.
I forgot about this podcast.
We enact the same podcast.
So you gotta think about your future.
Calls us up.
People that it's gonna affect. Andrew Tate he has children, right? He has family he's looking out for. He's in prison right now. And he doesn't, he has a bunch of kids. He has like 10 kids.
But Tristan has kids.
I think they both have children. Because I think I seen a video where he was holding his daughter. She like ran up to him and
fact check that for us. Fact check that for us in the comments.
But I think he does have children from different women, because you know how his perspective on life is. So it's just kind of like seeing how he's trying to spread awareness for men and how what it means to be a man, and then seeing his issue now, it sucks to see that, because I can only imagine if I had family, if I had children especially that I need to provide for. I'm sitting in a jail cell right now just because I wanted to spread awareness, because now society and all these higher power figures are trying to cancel me. And he already stated, he's like, I'll never off myself, right? I'm never going to sit there and, they already took him down socially, but all his social media platforms got taken down, and then now they have him in prison on false charges. So now it's like, okay, what's the next step after that? Execution.
And those are true false charges. Yeah. Like, they're not, like, they got evidence, literal evidence from
his videos that he was doing, right? With
videos, and they have text messages from these girls that said, "Oh yeah, he kept us there. He made us do things."
Right. So now
these sex slaves that they.
Oh yeah.
No, that's what
they.
That's what.
Girls.
Yeah.
Right.
But there was physical evidence of their text conversation saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe we got him. We got him. He's going down. Finally, Andrew Tate. This is so funny. Ha ha ha. Let's see what happens." Like, bro, they just did this to mess with this man because he was.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he was up. He's up now.
He was spreading awareness that they didn't want us to be aware of. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's disheartening, though. He has children. That's what it to me. Because I'm like, oh wait, this dude has, and the fact that it's not like concrete evidence, and he's sitting in a prison cell right now with his brother for what, 30 days at this point, like a month. With he's away from his family and his children. That's what society's willing to do to hurt you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's scary, because it's like you start speaking on the truth, now they want to cancel you because they don't care, right? Like,
and that's the Matrix.
It's their world. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just how it works. The second that you go to Area 51 or whatever, now all of a sudden you about to get your whole life ruined. Just because you wanted to spread awareness, and that's just we're just normal folks, so we can't. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't. It just sucks, man. Like, you don't have a voice.
That's
not a real
one.
They're hiding, bro.
Being part of a man, bro. You just gotta move on.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
And every time you go against the flow, the government or somebody is always gonna try to bring you down.
Right.
That's why you gotta move in silence.
Exactly.
That's why you don't tell anybody your plans. You just
keep moving.
silence. And then once you're up there,
what do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
Don't let anybody know your plans. What do you mean by that?
Keep it pushing.
You
don't see Batman coming
already.
Wait a minute.
No wonder. Look. I was gonna say
Batman moves in silence. You know what I'm saying? They don't see him coming.
Exactly.
He just come from the ceiling. You confused. Like, huh?
That's what she said.
That's the difference, though.
That's what she
said. I don't think Batman does in the mornings, though. In the days.
Take showers.
Sleep.
Goes for a run. Works out.
Well, what does he do? There's crime in the morning.
Nothing.
There's crime during the day.
Let's
This man says, "You'll Flash."
Wonder Woman.
Kal-El.
Look at
911.
movies. He'd be like 911.
You got Superman. He takes off his little suit and tie and his glasses and gets to work. He's too busy. He's a CEO. He can't afford to.
Exactly.
You know
what I'm saying? But
he's barely even a CEO, bro. This man in the Dark Knight, this man was freaking sleeping during a meeting.
Bro.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was passed out.
His executives pretty much handled everything.
Oh yeah. So gym culture. We're gonna skip all of it. We basically covered.
You're gonna be chopping this up.
We basically covered.
Oh yeah, let's chop it up. Gym culture.
Dang. We're literally the first one, all the way to like 1, 2, 3. I didn't mention on 1, 2, 3. We're now in gym culture. Gym culture. We're all familiar with the gym.
Yeah.
Obviously. We work there.
Yeah, I hate to see it when like the places you love dearly there starts to be a rumor, not a rumor, but there starts to be problems in the places you love tension, right? So gym, man, it's just a place where you go and either let off some steam or grow, build, I don't know, do whatever you need to do. And then when it starts to see these trends where females start recording themselves and they're like, oh, look, this dude is creepy. This and that, right? I love Joey Swole. You know what I'm saying? He like the Superman.
Oh yeah.
Nowadays, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Have y'all ever encountered that kind of situation where a female was recording?
I haven't.
Not at y'all's gym.
No. Okay.
I haven't.
Of course, not our gym. Of course, I don't want to name any names, but That boy, what's his name? He got on lockdown.
Oh yeah. You know who you are.
You know who they are.
Yeah. Wait, who you talking to?
I'm not trying to listen. I'm trying to make it confusing as possible for the audience.
You know who that person is, or that thing.
Get away from me. Bro, you're looking. I'm gonna be editing this. I'm gonna hear.
Nah. All right. So like, yeah, especially with the gym culture nowadays, bro. With all that, with females recording and everything, that killed chivalry.
Bro.
That killed chivalry.
And let me speak on this because this upsets me. Because as a man, I grew up with my grandmother, right? Yeah. So I grew up around, pure love, seeing people be married for 20 plus years, seeing how real men treat like the older ladies in my life. So it's like, okay, I see he's opening her door, he's pulling her seat, he's doing all this different stuff. Whenever she has a problem, he's handling that. You know what I'm saying? She's the queen of the house. He's the king. He's making sure that she's comfortable and supported, and she's there to support him in his endeavors as he climbs and grows. That's what I'm used to, right? So for me, I've traversed every single relationship that way. And nowadays, it's like when I go to the gym, you can't really like interact with people. Like it seems like it leads back to the conversation as far as what's masculine and what's feminine, right? What are our roles? Because for me, I always thought it's okay for you to introduce yourself to a woman if you're interested, and then you get to know them, and then you take them on dates, and then if you guys feel like you get past that point, that threshold of just you know what I'm saying, you start to bond, and now you get into a relationship and you build together. Nowadays, it's like because of how the culture has shifted in the dating market, we got options. It's just like going to a car dealership now. Like you got the sports package, you got the entertainment package, and you got the different color options and stuff like that. How can you really choose a particular partner when you have so many different options now? When you're entertaining every single option that's out there. I grew up thinking about one person at a time, right? Once I like one person, that's the main focus here. So for me, it's kind of like when we go to the gym. Now it's like the idea of chivalry is just kind of just, I can't just go up to a girl and talk to this one girl. And then now all of a sudden I talk to this one girl, it didn't work out. Now all of a sudden I can't go talk to another one until, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't.
It causes problems.
It causes the tension. Now.
And now you're a creep.
Now, you know what I'm saying? Now it creates tension out of nowhere. But I did the right thing. I focused on one person. It didn't work. And now I can't go find another partner that wants to accept my chivalry, my respect for women. You know what I'm saying? Like it's annoying because it's like there's so many good men that I've met in the gym, right? That just wants a genuine relationship with a woman that gets pushed aside, called a creep, like the weirdo, whatever, just because he shows you interest. But that one handsome devil, that already has a relationship that's the bad boy that's able to entertain multiple.
The F-boy.
He's
quote unquote. I'm not like trying to talk about one person
this is
specific. Jesus.
This is just in general, like culturally, like
in general, like, there are always people like
that. You got these dudes that are out here that gets all the hordes of women, right? Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden, this one guy is getting all the attention. But keep in mind, who's feeling this, right? It's not the men. I don't have a choice in the matter. I can only approach one girl at a time. That's my job as a man. I want to get married someday. I want children. I want my family. I want to build. So for me, it's like I'm not going to sit here and have multiple options. However, other men think differently. They not worried about their futures. They're not worried about their pockets. They just want to get what every man craves primitively. We want, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what's upsetting is like we have good men in this gym, right? That actually want to approach you. Now we can't because there's so many scenarios where girls are so specific. No offense. I just noticed that if they're not attracted to you, you're a creep. But if they are attracted to you, it's okay to shoot a conversation. And even if they see you talking, if that F-boy is talking to multiple females, it's okay. He can keep coming back to you. But what about those good men that see you one time, and now all of a sudden he's a weirdo? Now he's a creep. That, I don't like that. Because what happened? Now y'all complaining about there ain't no good men out here. No, you just turn them down.
When they're like 30, they're like they want to actually want to settle down.
Now you want to settle down when you're getting older. And listen. I'm just straight up. As a man, I just became a software engineer, right? I'm going to be making some pretty good money, right? To support a family, to support all this stuff. Do you really think I'm about to sit here and waste my time on one girl right now at 26 when I hit 35 and I have all these different investment portfolios and all this money and all these different assets, you really think I'm gonna give that same person the time of the day later in life that decided to ignore me, right? Because of what? You wanted the bad guy, but there's so many good men, and that's not even in the gym. That's just in general.
Yep.
Everywhere you go. Yeah. So it's like that one nerdy looking guy that's super sweet to you, that's super nice. He might not be the most exciting to talk to, but he's gonna take care of you. He's not. It's not like you. So it's like, for example, right? So say you want that exciting guy that's gonna take you to the strip club, right? He has 1,000 ones to blow, right? Or you're gonna take the good guy that's gonna take you on a cruise with that same money. What do you want? Do you want the excitement, the dopamine rush, that promiscuous, exciting future, or do you want that short? You know what I'm saying? Or do you want that guy that's willing to take you on that wholesome family-like experience? You know what I'm saying?
Me personally, I get the dopamine from the cruise. That sounds
you know
pretty fun.
Like,
I ain't going cat. That cruise sounds pretty nice. I ain't going to a strip club with all these dirty ass people over there. You know what I'm saying?
I want to take my
shot. That one time, like, yeah, I get what you're saying. So it's like that one time when opportunity comes up, right? You want to take. Who would you rather date? A dude that is bald now? Let's say you have twin brothers, right?
Right.
They both have the same genetics, right? Of course. The dude that's bald, or the dude that's like has hair. Eventually, that dude that has hair is gonna be bald.
He's going to be.
But the lady's gonna pick the dude with the hair.
With the hair.
It's
immediate. It's right here. It's right now. It's right in front of them right now. But why would you want to be with somebody based off where they're at? When I date, I look at you for what your values are, what you will be. I'm looking at you because let's be frank. Like, I've been in a relationship before. My past partners are beautiful. So for me, it's not about the appearance anymore. It's about, what are you going to provide my life now?
Yeah.
Are you going to make me that much more stressed? Are we just going to blow through all my money? Or are we not going to set ourselves up for success in the future? I'm 26. Right. So you're telling me that I'm going to sit here and you want to go on cruises, you want to go to different vacation spots, you want to spend all this money, go out to eat all the dang time. That's not where I'm at anymore. When I was 2019 and all that, I was going on cruises, I was doing all this crazy stuff, but I ended up broke. I didn't have any money, and if I just would have put that money aside, I wouldn't have to be saving up for a Tesla right now. I would already have it. I would already have a house, and that's the issue. It's like when do we start actually looking at our future? When we start thinking about the future, because that's something I wish I had, like a father figure that taught me this stuff, that taught me focus on these things in life, because us as men, we have ourselves to think about. We don't have a support system like that. So for me, I didn't have that when I was thinking about romance and girls and this and that. Now at 26, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna find me a partner, and we're gonna build together. We're gonna have our fun. We're gonna go to cruise. We're gonna go on cruises. We're gonna go, to Greece or Rome, whatever. But this is not gonna be a every weekend thing. It's not gonna be a monthly thing. It's gonna be something we plan for, we work hard for, and then we're gonna go. And that's just the issue. Is like, I'm going on a tangent now, but. You know what I'm saying? You get what you're trying to say. Like,
we got you.
Yeah, it's just very frustrating. Cause
it is frustrating.
Like, why, ladies, why do you guys put yourself in a position where you're focused on the bad guys, right? And you're not looking at that nerd that actually wants to have a better future. You know what I'm saying? Like, the guy that has hella problems right now, but he's attractive. He looks good in his 20s. But when he's 30s and he still has those problems and he hasn't progressed anywhere, but now all of a sudden you want to ditch him at 35 and go to someone like me. But I have everything. I built myself up. I saved my money. And you think I'm going to take you at that point. Keep in mind, Andrew Tate was saying the same exact thing. Why would a man at 35 with all the assets, all the money, all the access to women want you at the same age? At that level. He's going, that rich dude, y'all don't get it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't get it socially. But this dude is going to go for someone that he's attracted to. He's going to go for that 25-year-old. He's not going to go for the me at 26. If I'm going for a 20-year-old, I'm not going for you at 35. You're going to be 30. Now I'm going for a 25-year-old. You get what I'm saying? Like, because I already have everything. But what if you just take a deep breath and think, focus on the future. Look at someone and value, and look at them and their moral compass, what they're trying to accomplish, and then progress. That's how I see it. I don't, and because of that, I've been chilling because of it. Because I'm like, okay, now the dating pool has gone down a lot. Now I don't have to sit here and date around because I'm like, okay, based off of this woman's values, I can now progress forward. And that's just where I feel like everyone should be trying to date in that particular way instead of just, oh, this person's hot. All right, let's go with it. You know, now you're just sleeping together. Now you accidentally just created a child with someone that you don't see a future with. That's irresponsible. Why would you do that to yourself? Now you create another baby mama. How is that culturally accepted? I don't, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, life is pretty backwards right now. Right? It's not how it used to be because we have a lot of stimulation.
Right.
And we have a lot of ways, like, you know,
Sexual liberation.
We have a lot of options.
Options.
Social media, right?
Yeah.
So if you have on your phone, you see this one dude, right? And you're like, oh, this dude's pretty hot, right? So you pause. Okay, I was nuts. okay. So y'all know how you like a dude, right? And then after a long time, after liking the dude, there comes another dude, either on social media or IRL, right? So now you have options, right? Who do I go for, brother? Yeah. Let's say the one dude that you liked before, he comes up to you, talks to you, shares his feelings, and then y'all connect, right? And then out of nowhere, y'all start dating, and then out of nowhere, the one dude that has a higher status hits you up and was like, yo, I'm feeling you. And this is where, no offense to women, right? Because I love women, of course.
I love women as well, obviously.
You love women? Why are you taking a long time to answer?
Yeah, like, listen.
Nah. I love females.
Okay, my bad.
Females.
Right? No offense to females, but usually in that situation, the females would want to have more fun. So they don't. Most females nowadays don't want to settle down, so they would want to go to the other guy with more wealth and more status, and then spend time with him, and then go back to the dude that really loves them for who they are, right? But if the man really has self-respect, he will turn down, and then
Exactly.
it's just things get messy. And this is why it's so hard to find a partner nowadays where you want to be in a relationship and then start and marry. Because once you marry and you divorce, a lot of things come crashing down. Your finance, your mental health. If you have kids, that goes down with them. So really, nowadays you just have to be patient. Be really patient. If you see a girl that you like, observe her, talk to her, see how she acts, right? But if you don't observe and you let love lead you,
Be a stalker?
It's gonna mess you up in the long run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How you feel?
This man basically said, observe her, just be a stalker, basically.
Like Joe
You
for
don't
you.
even have a talk, just record.
Joe for you. Record.
Hey, I'm just saying, if they do that to us, why can't, like...
You see the videos where the dude's like working out and he's like recording and then a few of them look at him like, oh my god,
I did see that.
so uncomfortable.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Or when they're working out.
That's another thing about gym culture, though, bro. Like, with those cameras killed chivalry in the gym culture.
Yeah.
They killed everything. Because, like, let's say a woman or a girl or a female is on squats and she kind of drops and can't lift that way back up, but she has the camera on her.
I seen the video of that.
The video. You saw that video?
Was like down in the squat.
Yeah, she was asking.
She's like,
she was looking at people saying help, but because of that camera being up and that thing being up, like, and all this culture around, like, having the camera and saying, oh, look at all these gym creeps looking at me, look at all these creeps in this gym, and nobody wants to go help her because they are afraid.
Yeah.
It's a fear thing that if I go on that camera, if I go to help her, I'm gonna be going viral on TikTok, getting called a creep or this
some weirdo.
Yeah, look at this weirdo. Look at this freaking sleazy bastard.
Should have been on the Smith machine.
He said should have been on Smith.
I actually seen a dude.
Yeah, but that's honestly it's the safest option.
Yeah,
He was
safest option is stay away.
She was warming up bench pressing, and this dude just like it wasn't difficult. When she got to sit down here, she was about to lift it up. This dude came out of nowhere and like, helped her. She was like, "What are you doing?" Right? And now, what do you think he's gonna do? Never help him.
Never help him again.
And that's just scary.
She said, "What are you doing?" He looked to the right.
She was like, there was a video.
He sees the camera. He's all, huh?
I'm recording.
Just understand.
Don't help me. I'm recording.
When a man looks at you in the gym, men, it's okay to look around because even if we lock eyes with a beautiful woman,
everybody, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be scanning the environment.
I'm a people watcher. I am a people watcher, bro. I get that from where where I grew up back in California, bro, you have to watch people.
You got on a swivel?
Very vigilant.
I got my head on a swivel because I get that from my pops too.
You know what I'm saying? Very observant. When a man's looking around the gym after a set, we just looking. We're not thinking about romance with you. We just looking around the gym in general. You know how many homies I feel? You'd be like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just
that relief. God, I finished it.
You know what I'm saying? Finally. I got a dopamine hit. I'm in a good mood. I see my homie going across the gym, man or woman. I'm in a good. I want to socialize now. I'm gonna walk over there, whether you're a woman or a dude, and I'm in a good mood. I'm not worried about you in the gym. Most men aren't worried about you in the gym because real men have one woman on our mind at all times usually. So unless you're dealing with the F-boy, then now it's an issue, right? So you understand, every man, there's only a select amount of F-boys, in one environment at all times.
I'll say an example of an F-boy.
You get what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is,
don't do that.
Right here.
Not a lot of men have bad intentions.
Look at me, bro. How can I be an F-boy?
Not a lot of men have bad intentions. Is the point. So there are some really nice people out here. I don't just when a woman's staring at me, I don't just sit there and get upset because she's staring at me doing leg press, or when I'm bench pressing and I see people staring at me. I'm not getting offended. I'm not feeling weird. I'm not calling her a creep.
Talk your talk.
I'm just saying.
Speak your mind.
It feels like there's an issue as far as like attractive people, or just because it's like weird. It's like if they're not attracted to you, like I stated, then it's an issue. If you are attracted, it's not an issue. It's only a matter if I go up to talk to you or not. If I don't go up to talk to you, now I'm a creep. But keep in mind, I'm a respectful man that has one woman on my mind at all times, and she's the focus until I figure out if she wants to be with me or not. So I'm not, even if I'm looking around the gym, I'm not worried about every single female that's in there. I don't care. I'm focused on my career. I'm focused on getting married or finding a good partner.
And in the gym.
In the gym.
You focused on your damn set.
You know what I'm saying? We focus on these games. I'm not worried. You know what I'm saying? Look, you know what I mean? I'm not worried about no.
Look at what?
Bro.
I'm just playing. This man been getting games. I seen it.
Bro, you see it? Look at that. Bro, that's.
See those pegs?
Bro, I'm getting there.
He freestyle right now.
No, I never said he.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
But you don't get that with
pegs. Oh hell no!
But you don't make games without putting in work in yourself. So it's just like I just need people to understand, like whoever sees this, that man that's in that gym has other things in his life that he has going on. Family, he has friends, he probably has children himself. He has a wife. He ain't worried about you. But keep in mind there is a caveat to it. There are some weird people in there. I understand. There are weirdos.
Yeah,
however, majority
don't get us wrong. There are weirdos in the gym.
You know what I'm saying? Majority of the men in there aren't worried about you. But in the dating market, how else are we going to approach you if we're not attracted to you? How else are we going to find somebody, right? We have to look at you, and obviously we have to admire you. Yeah. You can't just look at a penny one time and understand.
They want us to come up with blindfolds like that.
You know
what was that movie with Sandra Bullock?
Bird Box. There we go. Yeah.
They want us to come up like that. Hey, how's it going?
No, they've been doing that with the videos. It's like how it is in the gym nowadays. They have like a beanie on, and there's like females right here. So he goes to work out. He's like, and that.
That shit, I'm not. Don't beat us around. I come in there at nighttime with some shades on, because I might have to come in there with some just to, you know what I'm saying?
Nighttime with some shades on. That's so creepy.
What is he looking at?
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Who is he looking at?
Who am I looking at? You'll never know.
Oh my God, bro! I saw something on TikTok where it was just like, where this one dude who's blind goes to a gym. He doesn't wear like glasses or anything.
Oh, I did see that.
You saw that? Where she said, "Stop looking at me," and he was like, "I'm blind." And then the guy comes up, "Well, you got to stop staring at her." I'm blind. Like, how am I gonna stop staring at what I can't see? He's looking at the wall. I'm blind.
And this is why I'm going to invest in a home gym. You know, so I don't have to. Go anywhere else.
Lie. I don't care how much money you got. Home gyms are expensive, bro.
They are very expensive.
For a dumbbell, it's like $13.
And you have to remember, keep in mind, you
it's
have to keep going weight to grow.
Hang on, guys. It's called a 5-finger discount. That's all I gotta say.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, you can take a dumbbell out easily, but for someone like me that's trying to take a 50-pound dumbbell,
Wait a minute. What do you
1,
mean by
2,
that?
3, 4, 5. 5-finger discount. You grab it and go. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. That's a 5-finger discount.
That's an old.
What do you mean, bro? We was talking about.
He's so innocent. Yeah.
How did you get
That's
that?
an old corner store methodology, bro.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
When you're a child,
6.
they call it the 5-finger discount. Whatever you can grab and
I
dip.
never knew that.
See, he
Maybe I'll get
didn't
your
grow up in
old dad.
he didn't grow up in a church. See,
Cause,
look, this pretty fabulous house here. This is
Guys, calm down.
we in a studio in
I'm
your.
rich. My parents are rich.
this is a very fabulous house here.
Hey, I rented this place. This is for the podcast.
Suburbs.
You know what I'm saying? Freshly built.
Y'all, when y'all came to the neighborhood, y'all heard the quietness, bro? It's
Bro.
like a new town, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Bro, so
quiet. It's crazy. What are y'all like? There's highways right there. I didn't hear a damn thing.
Nah, and another thing about all right, so back on subject.
You right.
Back on subject real quick. So like we was talking about the.
Yeah.
Nah, answer that. Yo, what are you doing?
He's working. What's up, man?
What's going on here?
We on podcast right now, bro.
Where are you in the break room? Oh, heck.
Of course, this man's not working.
I'm trying to eat.
Okay.
Alright. So, David, what do you have to say about the gym culture and how females ruined it?
I wouldn't say that though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say.
Social media.
Let's be frank. Yeah, social media,
media.
not females. Let's not put that. Hey,
You trying to get canceled?
you barely started your YouTube. You trying to get canceled already?
Literally. You gotta be careful, man.
All right. So no, as I was saying before, I got rudely interrupted by David.
Alright, bro, I'll call you later.
So I was watching this thing on TikTok where it was like this heavy girl. She was heavier. I don't want to say fat because that's. Oh yeah, I'm fat. I can say
You
it.
can't say it.
Okay, so yeah, this fat girl. I'm gonna say it. Hey, I'm big. Look at me.
Yeah.
But
He has a lot of potential to be the best UFC fighter in the world.
For real, though. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I said this to David once, and he got like, all pressed about it because I think his girlfriend heard too. But me personally, right, it's during like nighttime around 10, I love it when I see overweight people come in. Because really,
they putting in work.
it's a lot to just
They putting in
come
work.
into the gym.
Yeah.
Yup. They
And actually
putting
put
in
work.
work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it inspires me because it shows me that if they can
do it, I can do it. Yup.
I have no excuses,
Right?
right?
Yep. So like
Crazy for them.
on that subject. So this hefty girl, she was saying she thought she was a 10. She wasn't the most beautiful girl. She was pretty. Don't get
Yeah,
me
I know what you're
wrong.
talking about.
But she wasn't the most beautiful girl in the world. So she called herself a 10. And I was like, and they said, well, how do you call yourself a 10? And like,
Comments?
and yeah, no, not the comments, in the actual podcast. It was a podcast I was watching.
Okay.
And they said, well, how like and this other girl said, well, I don't think I'm a 10. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's got flaws. And she said, well, how do you think somebody becomes a 10? And she said, results. And she said, what's result? The bigger girl said, what's results? Like how many people I sleep with? And the guy that was on the podcast was like, no. I think results is not, it doesn't matter how many people you sleep with. It's how many guys want to marry you.
And how humble you want.
How many guys really want to marry you?
Your value.
Yeah, your value and your personality. Like you could be the ugliest person in the world, but have the best personality.
You know?
It doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. It's that inside that. Do you care what other people think of you? Do you care like how people perceive you? Because if you care about all those things, like if you care about how people think you look or you act or you sound or whatever, you're trying to change yourself. You shouldn't change yourself for anybody.
Right.
Don't change yourself for anybody. God made you exactly the way He wanted to make you,
Right.
and with the personality that He wanted to give you.
Exactly.
So why would you change yourself when the perfect being made you into
His image.
His image? Yeah, we're all God's image. Like no matter race, color, creed, religion, we're all God's image. And why would you want to change yourself because of what society thinks.
Right.
Society is evil. Society and social media is evil, bro, because they portray all these beautiful, lavish lives.
And it gets, you know what's crazy? It gets worse and worse and worse and worse.
Every year.
It doesn't get better or better.
Every year it gets worse.
It gets worse.
Yeah, I haven't really ever seen one of these celebrities post about God. They haven't posted about their family, their friends, anything like that. They only
on social media. I don't post anything for that reason.
They promote
social media of a middle-aged guy.
No, he got the social media of a hermit.
You know, literally, like I'll post anything. I got pictures of
you deleted. He deleted.
I deleted it just because I don't want people in my business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
he posted something and then deleted it.
You know what I'm saying? I keep everything in house now. Like all my photo gallery sheds differently. Because it's like I don't want that negativity in my world, you know. Like I don't need people in my circle.
Haters, trolls.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I keep all those images of the people that I've interacted with over the last year or two. Like all that stuff stays in house now. I only share what I want to share. Like, and it's something that's not, no one can relatively judge me for or bring negativity onto me, or you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, in my experience, all it takes is someone to say something outlandish about you one time, and you're not there to defend yourself. So then at that point, now someone's creating an image of you that doesn't exist. Yeah. Now you've lost connections. Now people aren't there for you know what I'm saying? Like, and
that's why
it gets that deep, you know. So I'm like, just gonna keep it all here.
So I don't know if y'all did this back then or y'all had social media back then because y'all so old, right?
Oh, what you talking about?
Not that old.
I'm 21. What you mean, bro?
Yeah, Tumblr.
No.
Nah, he had MySpace.
I had MySpace.
Hey, MySpace was the shiz back in the day,
you didn't have a SpongeBob with some grills in the background with some Chris Brown Kiss music playing in the background. That was me in school, you know what I mean? Like I was.
And then Facebook became the big thing.
Right, we had Farmville, whatever.
And before, I grew up on Facebook.
We were poking.
When I was a kid, my parents wouldn't let me get on social media.
They didn't either. Yeah.
They never let me get on social media.
I go to the library down the street for that.
I was no, because like I asked them, hey, can I get a Facebook account? They said no. I was like, no. They said no. My mom didn't let me do it. And bro, I had a BlackBerry growing up.
Yeah, bro. The Motorola Razr, bro.
What? No, I had the BlackBerry.
I had the flip phone. I had the Motorola Razr.
I had the small square one with the small buttons on it.
So you had to like press it.
He had the phone.
I had pressed the 3.
I couldn't.
I only got that because it was my dad's work phone.
I had my mom's broken one.
I remember the games on my phone.
Snake.
You had Snake. Yeah, we had that one game that nowadays is kind of popular where you
Tetris. Was it Tetris?
Tetris.
We had Tetris. Yep.
We
had Tetris.
I don't remember any of it.
It was some crappy Tetris too. But you know that one where like you bounce the ball and it go.
Yeah. Brick.
Yeah. That's what I had on my phone, and I was over here.
All day.
Through class, bro. I was like,
you know what I'm saying?
Get to the right.
I got high score.
I was old enough to get cussed out by my grandma because I actually used the internet one time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how using data was taboo back in the day. Like on your little flip phones.
Yeah.
But
you got 30 minutes.
You know what I'm saying? It's a game. That's crazy.
I don't know.
Hold on. I was talking about social media.
Social media.
So back then, I don't know if y'all can relate to, but I used to post to like carve out my image and what people thought about me.
That's how you have to be nowadays.
I post whenever I do things. I post automatically. If I went out, post automatically.
Now you're gonna have food. Now you're gonna just have to do that just because you're doing YouTube and everything.
Stuff,
YouTube.
You gotta just post.
You have to craft your image now.
You gotta craft your image.
Yeah, exactly. It's more business.
And it's also gonna be a reflection of yourself, though. You gotta really think about that.
Exactly. That's why I started leading a lot.
I started business, or I want to go into business, or college, UCF. They're gonna start looking at my stuff. Exactly. That's why I changed my ways. I deleted. Remember, I told you I was changing as a man 2020. I deleted Instagram. I deleted every single social media. I had Snapchat, everything you could think of. Right. I deleted it. Once I deleted it, afterwards, that FOMO, fear of missing out, disappeared. After a while, though, starting up, I was like, "Yo, what is he doing? What are they doing?"
Yeah, you had that. It was like it's like a drug, bro.
Exactly,
it really is like a drug because like Bro, I did that for a couple months. Like I just deleted social media because I was tired of everything. Like something happened in my life back in college where I was just like, F this, I'm done. I deleted social media, and bro, first couple of months, I was just like, kind of like, what's, like, like what's going on? Why hasn't my phone buzzed? Like just stuff like that. Like why haven't I gotten an update on what's going on?
Exactly. And the biggest thing from that is boredness. When you get bored,
yeah, that's my issue. That's literally my issue.
You don't stimulate yourself because we're so connected nowadays. Pause. But we're so connected
nowadays. Why did you do that?
You know what I'm saying?
Stimulate
connected, and proceeds to use his right hand.
Yeah, you could have just said when you're. Yeah, no, you didn't just do when you're connected. You went when you're connected. Like, what does that mean, bro?
My bad. Restart.
Mom, like you see
connected, this? Right? When you're connected, or when you're not disconnected, because that's why our attention spans are so short nowadays.
Right.
Because we've been overstimulating our minds on our devices, right? And I don't know.
Social media's made us dull.
Exactly. They're made us mindless machines. Nowadays, I'm fixing that. So nowadays, when people talk, I don't be on my phone. I don't want to say any names, but there's this one dude at where we work, right? Whenever someone's talking to him, whenever someone's, I've been watching. I watch people. It's crazy because I be overanalyzing sometimes. And whenever people talk to him, he be.
That sound like
dang.
Me. That sound like me. Dude.
Nah. Actually, now I'm not gonna say what it is.
Nah, that sound like me.
He go crazy. I be doing that. You have to see it once you come to. Once you come.
I think I know who you talk about though.
Yeah.
I think I know who you talk about.
I mean, not he. Sorry, they be doing the most when in a short conversation. I'm just sitting there, I'm listening, and I'm distracted because this dude is like, this person's like here, right?
And that's also another thing for me personally. Like, I'm not really like a big being on my phone. I have ADHD, so my mind's on 3,000 things.
You live a hectic life.
Like, bro, because I have ADHD. Like, do you guys have any like mental?
Honestly, I've never been diagnosed for it, but I have a really hard time sticking to something for too long. Like, so for me, I'm always doing something. I'm always thinking about coding. I'm always thinking about
multitasking.
Yeah, like and I'll be talking to y'all at the gym, and I'm in my mind thinking of something else, at the same time. So it's like hard for me.
That might be slight ADHD.
Yeah, like that's just
ADHD is attention deficit hyperactive disorder. So for me, I have ADHD. So like when I'm talking to people, like when I'm having a one-on-one conversation, it is so hard for me to focus on that conversation because my mind is like my mind is like in the back of my head. I'm just thinking like, did I leave my game on? What's going on? What's going on in the locker room? What's going on the floor? Is that somebody I know? What's that shiny light up in the sky? Let me see that. What's that? What did he just say? Like, what's that over there? Oh, like, bro, my mind will be bouncing from wall to wall. I've
seen it happen. I now that you mentioned it, I've seen that
it's
happen.
hard for me to focus personally, because my eyes, like, you can see like my mind moving because my eyes will be bouncing all over the room, like, because like if I'm just sitting there, my eyes are just like it'll zero in for a second and then just look at other things. Like, I'm not even joking. It's not like that I have lazy eyes or anything. It's just that my mind is racing so much that my eyes are going to where my mind is racing towards. Yeah, because my mind literally moves at 1,000,000 miles a minute. And I, like, it's so tough for me, like, and I don't like being a rude person. I like try to be as nice as I possibly can to anybody. Like, I hate being disrespectful to people. Right. I hate being
a jerk.
Excuse my profanity, an asshole.
Yeah.
I hate being an asshole. And like when I do that, when my mind's going off other places and I'm not zeroed in on a conversation, I feel like an asshole because I'm not giving my full attention, and it's not that I can control that. It's just that I don't want, and then that's another thing with having people perceive me, because because with ADHD, I don't want to look like a Disney character or an asshole because
at this point, just say whatever.
No, I don't want to.
He gonna be bleeping stuff out.
No,
I don't want to be perceived as that, but my mind is on so many different things at once that. Exactly. It's not on like 1 to 10. It's always on 100 every day. My mind is on 100 every day, and like that's when I get distracted by things. I get easily distracted, dude. It is so hard for me to stay focused because of my ADHD, and I don't want to sound disrespectful to people. Like when that's why whenever somebody says like a clear conversation to me, I'm like, huh? I'm like, huh? What'd you say? And they're like, come on, dude, I just said this. And you go, I'm sorry, I don't know, dude. I can't personally help it because my mind is racing and I can't stop that.
It's like Adam Sandler, okay.
But like, yeah. So like, but we were talking about like social media and just like stepping away. Bro, in my life, I really want like just perceiving life like social media, just staying away from everything. I wanted to pull myself away. Like in the future, I want to just live like y'all seen Lord of the Rings?
A long time ago.
My grandma used to run it back.
You know the Shire?
Yeah.
What was the Shire again?
The Shire is just like a peaceful village, quiet.
Got right.
Bro, that's what I kind of want to live like. I just want to live like off grid in the woods or something, or in a plane or something, and just live by myself for myself, and then have my life with God. So like I could just take care of myself, go hunting, chop down wood.
What are you doing, bro? Get out of here! I said
I'm on the podcast.
What are your perspective?
It's like, man, these elementary girls. Man. So Taylor, she stepped on my foot.
She stole my bag at lunch today.
So I put some rocks on my bag and swung it at her.
What?
Wait, pause.
Bro,
that's how horror movies be like. The kids, they be like, yeah, I cut Amy's hair off today.
And then the dads are just like, oh, that's nice, sweetheart. Yeah, the dads are just working, bro.
Good job.
They be like, Dad, there's somebody under my bed. That's crazy.
That's wild.
And tell myself, what's up?
Wild.
There's nobody on your bed, sweetheart.
And then you can be like, there's a man standing like in my room. He'd be like, okay. And then like an hour later, he's like, what?
Honey, go check on that for her.
Now the whole house is up in flames.
Have you seen that one dude that like does like he like almost does acts like he's doing a line of cocaine, and then he's like, all right, we're writing an ad lib for the new Fast and Furious movie. Give me a subject.
Planes. Okay, underwater.
Okay.
Planes.
What are we? All right, give me a theme. Give me a theme.
Sharks.
Okay. All right. And give me an actor.
Kevin Hart.
All right. So in the new Fast and Furious movie,
Sounds like a Long Beach Griffey shit.
the villain has a nuclear bomb on a plane that she's going to drop in the ocean. That's going to cause a tsunami that takes out every place in the world. So we have to get submarines and submarine cars, and then
moon.
And we got to go to the moon, drop something on her, and then out of nowhere, Kevin Hart's just going to be like, "Hey, everybody!"
Takes over the
That
submarine.
sounds like they would actually do that. That'd be crazy. That's something they would do, bro.
That's something they
Like
would
a
do.
Sharknado type.
A nuke that.
Oh, so I was gonna say, for your edit, try meditating. For your thoughts, to just sit down somewhere with no, like I said, stimulation, right? And close your eyes and put your hands like these, right? Put your hands on your lap like this. If you can't cross your legs, don't cross your legs. Just lay them whatever you
What you trying to say, bro?
I can't cross my legs like I can't hold them like
That's a
that.
mobility.
What you laughing at?
Over
You
here.
get the camera right now.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Off camera action. Oh, yo! What do you want to say about females? Good job.
You can just talk regular into the mic. You don't have to put your whole mouth on it.
There you go. Huh?
Go ahead. Speak
about
your mind. How do you feel like females kill chivalry? Social media.
Chivalry
kills
is basically when you open the door for a girl, when you
being nice.
yeah, being nice, basically. Don't touch it, because just don't touch it.
don't got no words.
Oh, heck.
You don't got no words. Alright, so how in your life, what areas in your life did a female really like?
Dude, what? You go first. What wise words do you want to say to the audience? What a quote you want to say? A sentence you read in a book. You're like, dang.
Go to him first. 'Cause I haven't thought about that.
Go back to him. Make something up in your mind. He passed it to you.
No, your wise words.
Oh, my bad. So,
Forgot what we was doing.
They see me. Okay, so basically, let's just end it off here, guys. Thank you for watching.
Wait. We're not doing the wise words?
I know, I'm about to.
Alright.
Wise words, ending it off. Don't try to be everyone else. Try to be yourself. I know it's kind of, cliche, but at the end of the day,
Wise words with Elias.
you're the one that's taking your last breath. Yeah, you might be surrounded with family when you're about to die, but really, who's taking the last breath? You. It's just me, myself, now. You know what I'm saying?
Solo ride until I. You know what I'm saying?
Cause I got me for life now. Ooh, it's just me, myself, and I. Nah, alright, so if I'm gonna say a quote, this one came from Black Ops Zombies.
Wait a minute. Say something real quick.
And I got it written down on my. Where my phone at? Where my phone at?
Nah, I'm gonna give you.
You talking about the zombies? Call of Duty zombies? Talking about JFK?
Yeah, no, I'm saying it. Give it to me.
Fine.
Go ahead. You were saying.
Go ahead. Keep talking. Just go all the way down.
All right, go ahead.
Wise words to the audience.
First things first. Rest in peace, Circleville. For real. You only want to follow that avenue.
First things
I
first.
get my chick pregnant. I'm gonna be a better you. Prophecy. I'm playing. But men, I watched a YouTube video a couple weeks ago. I sent it to Lil here. It was about men and how we should operate as far as like on a daily basis when it comes down to family and stuff like that. The chapter that he was referring to was Psalms 101, I believe. Men should follow that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're of Christian belief. For women, I read one today where it was Proverbs 31. It's very essential. It's pretty much like that whole masculine, feminine type energy that they come together and they build something great. You know what I'm saying? Focus on your careers. Focus on your happiness, if anything. If your career makes you happy, then focus on that. If you take joy in your hobbies, focus on those things. Just live a fulfilling life and be happy. And don't relatively base your life off of others' expectations of you. Just live your seconds on this earth the way that you decide to. So,
W.
you know what I'm saying?
That's just a snatch, bro. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I like that. You ready?
Respect on that. All right. So my quote is:
Look to the camera when you say it.
I'm looking to the camera.
You were looking at.
Do not pray for easy lives. Pray to be stronger men.
Pray for me.
W. Cole right there.
There you
He
go.
said that was fire.
That was nice.
You want to break it down for us?
No, I'm just like, how do we break it down?
But I get what you're saying. So basically, don't ask for an easy life. Don't ask for a life of comfort. But ask for strength.
Ask for difficulties in life to make you a stronger person so you can deal with more in your life. Do not ask God for an easy life. Do not ask God for an easy life, because if you get an easy life, you're going to have everything you wanted, and then you're going to be depressed. So you got to have a difficult life, and if you have a difficult life or you have struggles, you don't even have to have a difficult life. It's just struggles. That is going to make you a stronger person and give you a stronger will to survive and succeed.
It's going to build you up. That's basically what you're saying. Strength. Because if you're handed it, you're not going to learn anything.
If the road is paved before you, how will you know where the road ends?
Man.
You gotta be a
Appreciate
beast.
y'all boys for coming through. No, we got to do a handshake on that. Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'm too old for that. There we go.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you for watching the podcast. I'll see you guys in the next podcast EP. Hey, that.